You are listening to The Call of the Void. Stay tuned. Stay sane.
Chow time! I freaked the dog out with my sync test. My friends made a really cool podcast. They even let me voice a small part this season. You should totally check it out. Okay, see, now that right there, your powerful gut rejection of everything I just said. Oh, your friends made a podcast, did they? And let me see if I got this right. It's really cool, you're in it, and I should check it out. Oh, is that right? Did I get all that? Yeah, fun. Stop it. Delete that generally useful defense mechanism from your brain, because we don't have time for that. Season 2 starts literally today, so let's skip the part where I say, no, it's actually good, and you say, yeah, whatever, and change the subject. Let's just jump ahead to the part where I've worn you down and you're actually willing to entertain what I have to say about this. You know, right before the part where you thank me for being right about this. The Call of the Void is a serial Night Vale-esque Lovecraftian horror story created by one of the cutest artist power couples I know. Michael Allen Herman and Josie Eli Herman. It is a fully scripted audio drama that follows the adventures of Josie's human mystery Etsy. Like the store and Michael's perpetually curious Topher. Like the venom as they investigate a fearful phenomenon in the swamps of New Orleans that infects the minds of its victims such that they lose their ability to perceive, well, their friends, their memories, their very selves until all they know is nothing. And also it's won like a bunch of fun awards, and it's been downloaded tens of thousands of times because I'm telling you, it's really that good. Miss me with you missing this. It is the purest form of Lovecraftian horror. Paralyzing dread born of the fear of the unknown and the anxiety that we, our identities, our cultures, our worlds are all but crap stains on an indifferent universe's tattered old Fruit of the Looms. I take it back. The Call of the Void's actually better than Lovecraft. The Call of the Void's not even a little bit racist. Now, despite the genuinely impressive and monumentally deserved following these two independent artists have been able to attract with their passion project, and despite how close to home this is for me, considering I get 23rd billing on season 2 beneath a fucking cat, and I got to sign my first non-disclosure agreement. That was fun. I'm under no delusion that this is anything but the most niche topic I've ever covered on Boogie Woogie Doodle Boy. Until my next video. That's not even a joke. Moreover, I don't just want to talk about what happens in the show, I want to talk about what the show's about. Y'all know I'm a sucker for things about things, and y'all, this things about things. So let's you and I get on the same page. I now direct your attention to the Spotify link in the description. It's got everything you need. The Call of the Void Season 2 starts, again, today. Season 1 is less than 4 hours long, and it will stick with you. You're welcome in advance, and let's meet back here in a bit to unpack all that. This is your spoiler warning. I'll see you in 3.5 hours. All right, it's 3.5 hours later. How you doing? How's the weather? How's the world? Still a diseased hellscape? That's nice. I'm now gonna assume you've heard The Call of the Void Season 1, which hopefully means you now understand why, over the course of those first 9 episodes, I went from I want to support my friends who made an art to I'm a fan of the art my friends made. Like when Simone got infected, holy shine, right? I mean, someone from the main cast had to, but that stung. And when Topher descended into the bayou just like his father, I went numb, dude. Like they had me, but then they had me. I can also assume that you just heard Topher and Etsy say this.
Different is good.
I think so.
What happens now?
Another good thing.
That was, what was that? Gonna be real with you. First time I heard it, I did not know what to make of that. What a strange, quiet way to end the finale of your passion project, right? See, what makes finales so damn hard to pull off is not only do they need to bring all the principal players' arcs to a natural endpoint, they also need to calcify what the capital T thing you made is capital A about. Case in point, I know a ton of people were bummed about WandaVision because their clockwork perfect theory turned out to be dead wrong, or they didn't get every cameo name drop and reference they wanted. You know, pedantic nerd stuff. Fun isn't fun, it's homework. But for me, at least, as finales go, it's actually quite strong if you view it through the lens of the series' central theme, which I won't spoil here, even though I feel like it's pretty hard to miss, because WandaVision spoilers are what your Twitter timeline is for. I think the same is generally true of The Call of the Void. Chapter 9's about to become really useful. So what's that core theme? What is The Call of the Void, capital A, about? Topher gives us a clue in Chapter 4 when he says something even stranger than another good thing.
You ever feel that Like when you're driving and there's an oncoming car, and you're like, what if I just swerve the wheel and smash into that car?
I'd rather you didn't.
She calls it l'appel du vide. I have a habit of sitting in this chair and pronouncing French idioms badly on camera. It's that voice in the back of your head that says, why not swerve into traffic? Why not leap off the roof onto the street below? It's not violent, it's not suicidal, but it is there. Our brains do flirt with destruction, whether or not we want them to. Taken to its logical conclusion, it's the notion that nothingness is easier, if not preferable, to everythingness, which is true. Have you seen everythingness? It's a mess! And at the time, Etsy feigns her iconic listlessness. Oh, wow. But when you take that idea from chapter 4 and apply it to chapter 9, the theme snaps into sharp relief. This is a show that asks, what happens when we flirt with that voice a little too hard and start sexting it at 4 in the morning? In so many words. Appel du vide, by the way, literally translates to the call of the void. It's the same as, but do you get it though? See, Etsy actually does hear the call of the void. A lot of the big players do, in more ways than one, because the void is more than just a theme in this story. It's a full-stop Lovecraftian monster, and it is persuasive. Just give in, it whispers. Topher and Etsy's parents gave in. Topher's dad through his Hammond-esque research, and Etsy's mom through her denial and her cruelty and her denial of her cruelty. They chose unreality over the uncertainty and pain of reality. And in doing so, nearly destroyed reality itself. Hannah Pauling, named after a YouTuber you should subscribe to. She felt the pull to give in when the void locked her in only her most recent and helpless memories, beguiling her to choose non-being over being, along with Necromon's disciples. And by the way, if you broke our deal and watched ahead without listening to the podcast, why? There's a guy named Necromon! What more do you need? Which brings us back to Etsy. Etsy was ready to give in. Necromon did be making some points though. She'd been dealt more trauma and pain than anyone in the series, and the Void offered her a chance to cancel the idea of pain forever. I think she'd have taken it too, if not for Topher. For all either of them knew, his last words before his mind died were, "You and it are
I'm here for you, Etsy. I'm right here.
You will think." Feeble, quiet, but more booming than anything Necromon's cult could scream at her. One good thing trumped every bad thing. The tiniest something is more than infinite nothing. I think that was the nudge she needed to fully realize her power.
No. I am so much more. I am more than that lab. I am more than the mask. More than the cold and the dark. I am more than the rain and the thunder and the wind. I am more than you. I am more than my pain. I am more than my hate. I am more.
So what's she mean by that? I think this speech and her last line form a sort of diptych. Last year after chapter 9 dropped, I was texting Michael about a lot of the big ideas at play in his show, and here's what he told me. The void is the key. It's the title and the temptation. Time and time again, Necromon's cult says there is no need in various forms because they have chosen to live with nothing. It's the easy path, but Etsy was better than that. That is what I like about the Call of the Void. It's what I want to see more of in season 2. Even as it embraces Lovecraftian horror as genre, it rejects it as philosophy. The fear is real. The doubt, the anxiety, the desire to make everything simpler and easier because thinking about it and dealing with it is excruciating. All real, but something is still greater than nothing. Now come rain or thunder or hate or pain, Etsy gets to live to see another good thing. What'd I tell you? It's good stuff, right? My friends made something that says something, you know? Something I want to analyze and make videos about because I don't want it to be over. Well, lucky me. It's not over, is it? No, I'm not talking about how you can still hear the Void ASMRing it up after the credits. That's season 1, that's done, forget it. Forget season 2 while you're at it. Let's talk season 3. I think we got enough to go on to start dropping predictions. Internet theorists might have been wrong about WandaVision, but that doesn't mean there's no market for wild pop culture speculation. Because if I'm right, expect the emptiness from the Call of the Void season 1 and the emptiness from the Unsleeping City season 2 to team up this fall for a new CBS original comedy, Null and Void. That is the hardest and nerdiest I've ever worked for a joke, and I hope anyone out there appreciates it. The Call of the Void season premiere is streaming now, link in the description. Listen for my voice this season because I'm in there somewhere. I got this video out in record time, so I'm now reduced to nothing. Stay tuned, stay sane, by which I mean I'll see you, I love you, take care of yourself.